I was inspired by this Japanese samurai set of the Mandalorian and Grogu, so I decided to make my own. I started by removing any writing and any mold lines. I used a combination of discarded window blind pieces, foam, zip ties, and other bits from my junk drawer to make his armor. Figuring out how to make the darksaber is tricky, but I ended up heating a straw, molding it into the shape that I wanted, and then making sure that my LED filament would fit inside. He also got a cape made out of felt, and I hot glued wire inside so it could have some movement. Next up is the baby carriage. I soaked this wood so that it would be nice and pliable, dremeled out the edge of the existing carriage, and then wove and glued all the pieces inside. Next up was painting. Got out my airbrush. My love-hate relationship with the airbrush continues, and I painted Mando black all over. Honestly, I think it looks kind of cool just all flat black, but I did add some color. I went in with some white paint to block out the areas that I wanted to paint red so that it would show up better. I made sure to use my X-Acto blade and cut off the Mudhorn insignia from the original armor so that I could glue that back on too. After the carriage was painted, it was time to make the base. I decided that Grogu and the Mandalorian would be walking through the countryside. I cut out 3 pieces of foam in the same size so that I could stack them all together. I got out my respirator and my hot foam cutter, which is my new favorite tool in the workshop. I've had it for a while, but I don't have a lot of opportunities to use it, so it was a lot of fun playing with it. Next, it was time to put on the forbidden pudding paint of Mod Podge, plaster, and paint. It looks delicious, but please don't eat it. I used my favorite dirt ground cover, which is coffee grounds, and then also added some rocks. After it was sealed with alcohol and water, I did some airbrushing and dry brushing just to give it some depth. And honestly, I really like these rocks. I'm pretty proud of how these turned out. Next up, I had to figure out where I wanted Mando and Grogu to stand. So I had initially marked that out and then ran all the wires through for the darksaber. I painted the edges with black acrylic paint, and then they were ready for their adventures. Thank you for watching, and happy May the 4th to everyone out there. If you like this video, make sure that you subscribe for more builds from Sabrina's Workshop.